The rune system in League of Legends is probably the most flexible it's ever been. Champions have multiple legitimate rune pages, depending on preference and other champions in the game. So it's more important than ever to understand what runes you should take and when you should take them, so you can make informed, meaningful choices. In this video, we're going to go over the yellow precision tree, looking at what the runes do and when you should consider taking them. The yellow tree has 4 keystone runes starting with Press the Attack. Hitting a champion with 3 basic attacks will deal a chunk of damage and make them take additional damage from all sources. If you're taking this rune, you're saying I can basic attack them 3 times very quickly and then benefit from the additional damage. You should consider this on champions who can cheat out 3 basic attacks quickly like Lucian and Shyvana. Next we have Lethal Tempo. Hitting an enemy champion grants a stack which gives attack speed. This can be stacked 6 times, at which time you ignore the attack speed limit and gain attack range. If you're taking this, you're saying I can often hit my enemies 6 times, and when I do, I want the rewards to be tons of attack speed and attack range. You should consider this on carries who auto attack a lot, like most marksmans and champions like Yasuo and Master Yi. Next we have Fleet Footwork. When moving and attacking, you gain stacks until you hit 100. After hitting 100 stacks, your next attack will heal you and speed you up. You can even use this against minions, however the heal is reduced. If you're taking this, it's a pretty safe choice, and you're saying I can often hit you with this one attack and I want to be rewarded with movement speed and a heal. Most champions can use this well, but you should consider this with champions like Caitlyn and Graves who enjoy the mobility. The final keystone is Conqueror. Each basic attack grants 1 stack of Conqueror if you're ranged and 2 stacks if you're melee, and each damaging ability grants 2 stacks. Each stack gives adaptive force up to a maximum of 12 stacks, and when you're fully stacked, you heal when damaging enemy champions. If you're taking this, you're saying I can fully stack my Conqueror and I want to be rewarded with damage and sustain. You should consider this on melee champions who want longer, scrappier fights like Garen and Darius. The first row of minor runes is the Heroism Row, and your first choice is Overheal. This converts excess healing when you're full health into a shield. You should consider this if your kit has a lot of self-healing or you plan on building a lot of lifesteal and want to have even more health. The second choice is Triumph. After getting a kill or takedown, you heal 10% of your missing health and gain 20 gold. This is a pretty strong rune, and you should consider this if you think you're going to be teamfighting, as this can be an incredible amount of additional HP if you get multiple takedowns. Your final choice is Presence of Mind. After damaging an enemy, you gain mana or energy regen, and if you get a takedown, you get a chunk of mana or energy. You should consider this when you want more mana or energy sustain like on Varus, Lucian and Zed. The second row of minor runes is the Legend Row. You can stack your legend points in 4 ways: champion takedowns, epic monster takedowns, large monster kills and minion kills. Since you stack all 3 runes the same way, you need to choose how you want to be rewarded. Firstly, you have Alacrity, where you get rewarded with permanent attack speed. Secondly, you have Tenacity, where you get rewarded with permanent tenacity. And finally, you have Bloodline, where you get rewards with permanent lifesteal. You stack Alacrity and Tenacity 10 times and Bloodline 15, so simply choose which stat suits you best. The third and final row is the Combat Row. First, we have Coup de Grace, where you deal additional damage to enemies below 40% health. You should always consider this, as it's easy to get damage out and helps secure kills. Your second choice is Cut Down, where you deal additional damage if your opponent has more health than you. You should consider this if you don't plan on buying any health this game. Your final choice is Last Stand, where you deal additional damage the lower health you are. You should consider this if you expect to be fighting often when lower health. In summary, your choice of keystone will be whichever one you think you can get off the most and which will reward you the most when you do. And for minor keystones, choose which sustain you want, which permanent stats you want, and the best way to get damage out.